you think you have enough votes in Southwest to overturn the majority like JP at the last time?
Easily. I'm very confident that I'm going to win the election on September 3. One signal was the recent nomination. We had the largest turnout of comrades in the history of nomination day in the constituency. And that tells you that our people, they are riled up and they are ready to come out and vote. Comparing the figures of 2011 and 2016, our margin was decreased by about approximately 1,500 votes. Those were comrades that were dissatisfied. Now they are back with us and everybody is ready to vote. Right? So that 1,500 and the JLP had only increased by about 500, and you have new voters coming on the street. So it's not difficult for us to increase our margins by that amount. I took over the constituency in 2017, and since then I have been working the ground. All the dissatisfaction that was there, we ensured that we got rid of that, and the comrades, they have come back together. We are operating as a unit now, and that is quite evident in the turnout that we had on nomination day. We have all the plans in place for September 3rd. We have the motor vehicles lineup. We have all the necessary equipment that we need to take out our voters. Wherever they are, we are going for them.
People predicting that they might have a lower voter turnout because of the COVID.
But you need to take into consideration, COVID affects everybody, right? So it is not going to affect PNP alone, right? So we are going to try our best to ensure that we get out all our votes.
What are the major issues in the constituency?
We have some burning issues. I'll start off with water. Water, both irrigation and potable water. Southern St. Elizabeth, especially southwest St. Elizabeth, the Flagaman area, is considered as the breadbasket of Jamaica. I cannot imagine that come 2020 we don't have irrigation there. That is one thing that I'll have to push for. Also for the potable water. We have areas who they have pipes and no water in it. Right? So water is one of the main concerns in southwest St. Elizabeth. I look at roads. Our road condition is deplorable. You will see some work done in some areas, and most of the areas are left without any work taking place. When you go into the interior, the vehicles can barely go through. It's a farming community, and you know, they carry drums in the back of the vehicle to transport water. You just see the water flashing out. You know, the road is bumpy, it's terrible. Most of the roadways are farm roads, and there are funds available to do farm roads, but we haven't gotten any farm roads done in southwest St. Elizabeth. If we got any, it's very few.
Wow.
So funds, because of lack of representation on behalf of the farmers. And we have a sitting MP who is a junior minister in that ministry. We have found money in this country to build some of the most beautiful highways. We didn't have any money. Where the money came from? We got money to borrow to build the roads, right? We got, same way like how we can build the roads, we can get money to put in the water that we need to get in. The water is not being given away. The water is, or the water will be paid for, right? So it shouldn't be difficult getting a loan and the farmers paying back, buying the water. That should be able to assist in covering the costs of putting in the water. What we need to do is that we need to find the source of water that we can get it adequate to cover the area. feasibility study was done to have it from the Black River. Black River is far away, and the cost of it coming up here, it's expensive. 100 million was spent, or somewhere near 100 million was spent on that feasibility study. No, we have water close by. What we could look at is we could have the river source, we could have the water source coming from the wells that are close by. We pump it up to the top of the Santa Cruz Mountain, which is Monroe, and then we could have it gravity fed down, where it can serve both southwest St. Elizabeth and southeast St. Elizabeth. Agriculture is important to Jamaica. We have spent a lot of money in tourism. COVID has caused problems for tourism. If some of that money was invested in agriculture, we wouldn't be having the problem that we're having now, right? Probably our borders could have remained closed, right? But we had to open up because of the tourism interest, and our numbers keep increasing, and we don't know where it's going to end up. So we have to place more emphasis on agriculture.
What effect has COVID had on the greater Southeast constituency? Okay,
in the Treasure Beach area, we have most of our tourism concentration is, and most of the facilities were closed down. People lost their jobs and so on, so it has affected them, right? So some of the business went down and it has affected them. But for the majority of our people, we weren't affected. Well, in general, it's hard for me to say that because most of the vegetable that goes to the hotels, we produce it, right? So the farmers got a beat with the price of their products and spoilage of the crops. Also, the guys who supply the hotel with produce, they got a beat too.
What makes you the ideal candidate, though, Mr. Stephenson, for this constituency?
Alright. I am from the area, right?
Oh, yeah.
I'm from Seaview, which is adjoining to southwest St. Elizabeth, right? And I grew up in the area, and after leaving college, I went into banking, and I worked in Black River, where I moved up from the rank of a teller to a branch manager. During my working years there, I developed quite a lot of good relationships, and because of that, I am getting very good spin-off from that. I'm a people person. I came out with a very clean record, and my integrity is unquestioned. We are hard-working people who we don't believe in taking things from other people. We don't believe in taking away children money like what happened to CMU, right? We're honest, hard-working people, right? You have the farmer who will get up from 4 o'clock in the morning with a machete and him hoe, and we go into the field and till the soil. Him not get no rain, him not have no water to put on it, and he'll lose the crop, and he'll go back and replant, right? Him not going around and breaking down people's shop or anything like that. We're honest, hard-working people, and we don't support the type of corruption that is taking place in our country now.
Why you chose the People's National Party?
People's National Party, as the word suggests, People's National Party is a nation builder, right? People's National Party was formed on the premise that the poorer class of people, you know, will need leadership and they are willing to lead, right? Meanwhile, the JLP, they were basically formed to serve the upper class, the slave masters, right? So from then, I have looked at both parties, and my choice has been the People's National Party.
Was it by choice or your bad thing?
Well, the thing is, it is by choice. I could make any decision, but I've always been a People's National Party person. Not only because of the formation of the party, but I admire Michael Manley because he came with some very good policies. Some of them might not have worked, but those that work, you know, we have benefited quite a lot from, right? No bastard not there again, right? Women are, you know, more recognized, right? Maternity leave, right? All of those good things that he came with, right? Which are working for us.
Do you think Dr. Peter Phillips has the confidence of the majority of the people of Jamaica?
Well, there are some polls results coming out, but we can't really place much emphasis on the polls.
Right.
It's only a snapshot.
Yes, but it is an important snapshot.
Well, the thing is, I won't pay much attention to it. What I'm looking at is what is taking place in my constituency.
But the polls in what are the polls in your constituency saying?
Well, I will not release what others have said, but nobody else has, and I'm feeling quite confident that I'm going to win with the seat.
You have do you have a projection?
No, I won't share that with you. It's going to be more than what the JLP gets.
So you're winning by over 2,000 votes?
No, I won't win by 2,000 votes, but don't be surprised. St. Elizabeth people don't like corruption. They don't like thievery. And what is happening here now, they are upset about it. I am in politics because of the invitation of the constituents. They invited me to come in. It's something that I had to take a hard look at because I left banking and I'm doing my business now, my other business. I'm in the fishing industry, and you know, they came and they said they needed someone to represent them, and they thought that I would have been a good candidate. And so far, they are right. I think so far I have been successful. Only waiting on September 3rd to come to confirm everything.